Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Mr. D, room 22. This is October 2023. Off to another great year. Kiddos are doing super good at note taking. More problems, okay? This is for Unit 2, 2023-2024, and this is question 26 now that we will do in our packet. Why there are questions now, which is question 16. So the standard of focus now will be factors, multiples, and then prime and composite. So I actually got this little anchor chart, so if I can take that away, right? This is a little anchor chart that I found on Google, and it's just a way to, well, understand what a factor is, okay? And most of the time it's compared to multiples. So factors are not multiples. There are few factors, but many multiples. And to keep this really simple, a multiple is just like skip counting. So we've been skip counting all year. You write out all the multiples of 6. We are going to focus on just factors, because if you read the question, it says which number is a factor of both 14 and 28. Okay, so let's tear this apart. We're going to move this over. This is math, so we are just focused on the numbers. The key academic vocabulary words are factor and then number. So there's a lot of different ways to do factors, but we have done the rainbow, okay? And here's the rainbow for 14. So 1 times 14 gets you 14, okay? So if I come over here and I put 14, factors are 1 and 14, okay? So I can take 1 times 14 to get 14. Now I go to 2 and I jump over. 2 times what gets me 14? 2 times 7. So the chart for 14, factors of 14 are 1 and 14, 2 and 7. Now if I go to 3 times what gets me 14? 3 times 2, 3 times 3. Nope, 3 doesn't work. 4 doesn't work, because if I skip count, 4, 8, 16, 20. Nope, that doesn't work. I could do 5. That doesn't work, because if I count by 10, if I count by 5s, that doesn't get me to 14. And then if I would use 6, okay, 6 times 1, no, 6 times 2. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 3 is 18. That doesn't work. So these are the only factors for 14, okay? Factors of 14, all right? Now you do the same thing with 28. So come over here, 28, always start with 1, all right? So I put 1 over here. 1 times 28 gets me 28. Now, for the students who are still learning the multiplication facts, this does become hard and you need to write it out. However, since I'm really good with my multiplication facts, when I go to 2 times 14 equals 28. So these are factors. So we need a number that is a factor for both 14 and 28. Oh, I think I found it. It's 2 and 2. See that? So 2 would be a factor for both 14 and 28. Why? 2 times 7 gets me 14. Put a little multiplication sign in there. And 2 times 14 gets me 28. Enough said. Okay? I already know that 3 isn't a factor for 14, and I proved that 5 and 6 are not. So even if it was a factor for 28, who cares? It wasn't for 14, because you need it for both. See that keyword, both? All right? I hope that helps. For these, honestly, just a lot of practice, okay? Find the numbers that you can multiply to get that number, and those are factors. As simple as that. All right? So if you look at the actual definition, 2 numbers multiplied to get a product. All right? And that's it. And we will talk about the rainbow. Some kids like the rainbow. Some kids just do a straight up chart, and they just start at 1. They go down to each digit all the way down to 9. Okay? So you can do this a number of different ways. I found the rainbow is normally the easiest for students, but in the end, you do whatever works, right? All right, that was 5 minutes. Which number is a factor of both 14 and 28? It is 2, because I know that 2 times 7 is 14 and 2 times 14 is 28. So 2 is my factor. All right, guys, keep taking awesome notes. Study for those tests. Keep doing those Imagine Math lessons. Keep being awesome. Later.